poos. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Gibbon here today with a random ramblings video. I'm just getting ready to go take my car to the garage because it needs service. No doubt the garage will manage to find something wrong with it that I didn't even know existed, and it's going to end up costing me an absolute fortune. It's the only thing with dealerships anyways, when you take a car in for a service, 9 times out of 10 it always ends up that it's going to cost you way more than what you thought, and their tyres are always 70 quid more expensive than other people's tyres. Usual bollocks really, but there you go, such is life. Just wanted to say thank you for the support on the video that I did. I think it came out on Saturday about the virtue signalling celebrities. One of the things that did happen, which I thought might happen, which I kind of had to be prepared for because of the topic of discussion that I was going into, was that it kind of started going on about religion a little bit, which wasn't what the video was about at all. I was very careful not to talk about religion in the video, but just really to kind of hammer the point home about celebrities jumping on bandwagons and celebrities talking down to everybody and celebrities that are from areas where this type of stuff doesn't affect them or won't affect their communities or their, you know, public services and stuff like that. But, you know, you put videos up like that and you have to be prepared for those types of points, and again, people can only talk on their own experiences, so you can kind of be valid about that to a certain degree. So yeah, thank you for the support on it, and thank you for having a reasoned debate and discussion on it. I do appreciate it. So yeah, this week's going to be a bit weird for me. I'm going to be flying around here, there and everywhere, and in particular this Friday I'm going down to the Big Smoke. I've got a sales meeting with work, so I've got to catch the train from Leeds down to London, which brings me to the main topic of this actual vlog. I managed to get it right, vlog, yes. What is it with the price of train tickets? It's an absolute joke. I checked the train tickets 2 weeks ago on Trainline, and for me to get a return to London, bearing in mind that I'd be travelling from like 7 o'clock in the morning, getting down to London for 9, coming back on the same day, so you try and get the off-peak times. Originally the tickets were going to cost like 380 quid for a return ticket. Then I checked them sort of the weekend previous, then they'd come down to like 242, which for me is still extortionate, bearing in mind that I could effectively fill my car up on £70 worth of diesel and drive down to London and back again, £70, although I'd have to pay for parking, but you know, that is what it is, it's just one of those things. So I checked again yesterday, and the exact same tickets at the exact same time excuse me, were £172. So they'd literally, in the space of 2 weeks, halved in price. How is that possible? That the train tickets can half in price? Is it because they've got to just fill up the seats? Is it because, I don't know. It's how people pay for like season passes on trains is absolutely beyond me. Because it's cheaper to have a car, insure it and run it on fuel. It makes no sense to me whatsoever at all, and I find it very, very annoying. Personally, privatisation of the rail companies really stiffed everybody, because every year the prices of rail tickets go up. Do they improve the trains that you go on? No. Do they improve the amenities of the trains that you go on? No. Are we paying a fortune for train tickets? Yes. I think there's something silly, like some people are paying like £1,000 just ridiculous amounts of money to travel on a train to get down to London. And like I said, I could travel down in my car, but it costs a fortune to park anywhere near London. So it's little grumble, little rant. They need to do something about the prices of train tickets. It's all right paying for it because you know that's fine, but at the end of the day, the trains that you travel on aren't that brilliant, aren't that great, and no matter how hard you try, you always end up being sat next to a fat, sweaty slob that decides that he's going to dribble on your shoulder because he's fallen asleep. Love that. What else did I want to talk about today? What other little musings did I have that I wanted to just have a discussion about? Oh, driving. There's another one for you. What is it with articulated lorry drivers that think that they can just pull out on you on roundabouts? It's happened to me a couple of times recently. I've been on a roundabout and I've gone to, drive round the roundabout and everything's all nice and lovely. And this big Arctic lorry pulls out in front of me, which forces me to stop on the roundabout. And then because you beep your horn or flash him, they give you the bird. And it's like, dude, you pulled out on me. What are you doing? You absolute retard. But when you spend as much time on the road as I do, you see a lot of crazy shit that goes on, and it's just absolutely daft and silly and ridiculous and all of those types of things. Want to give a congratulations to Lincoln from the FA Cup side of things. I think what they've done is phenomenal to get to the quarterfinals. Lincoln is a place that I actually used to live many years ago. I'm a Harrogate lad, born and bred, but when I was 3 we moved down to Lincoln and we lived there for I think 2 and a bit years, something like that. Lovely place, and it's really good to see the Imps doing a little bit of stuff in the FA Cup. And the thing that's really nice about that is a lot of people said that the magic of the FA Cup was gone, and it had to a certain degree, because you've got the bigger teams that they don't take it seriously anymore, so they put lesser squads in there, and you can understand it to a certain degree, but it's when they take the piss and basically put the reserve squad in against a lesser team and then get beaten, and it's just like, oh well, it's not that much of a big of a deal. Whereas Lincoln have done the complete opposite. They've managed to get all the way to where they are, to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. This is a non-league side, I hasten to add, have managed to get to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. And I watched the game they played against Burnley. It was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing to watch, and how well they did, and they played together as a team. And it's a funny thing about that with team sports, you could be the greatest team in the world, if you haven't got that little collective team spirit and guile and drive and determination, you can be as skillful as you want. Skill will only get you so far. It's the team that does just as well to get you where you actually need to go. So congratulations to Lincoln. I think it's phenomenal what they've actually done. And I think Sutton are playing Arsenal tonight, so it had potentially, if Sutton could put Arsenal out, which I doubt seriously, but with Arsenal and how they're playing, who knows? If Sutton can put Arsenal out, it'll be the first all non-league quarter-final in the history of the FA Cup, which would be phenomenally amazing. Last little point that I want to talk about: Overwatch, my favourite game, but people playing competitive, just because you lose the first capture the point doesn't mean that you need to leave the game. It really doesn't. And I'm getting a little bit sick of playing competitive games and people just quitting out. We had this really ridiculous thing yesterday. Zorium, this guy's name was, we reported him. Basically what he was doing was, we were playing on Li Jiangta, and that's for you, Shortbread. And what he was doing was, he was coming out of the spawn, and literally he was playing with Reinhardt, and he was just charging off the side of the map. He must have killed himself about 40 times. So immediately we're at a disadvantage there straight away. So we all report him and we all block him. And we go to get into another game, and I shit you not, every game we got into, or every other game we got into, he ended up being on our team again, even though we'd blocked him. That works really well, Xbox, well done. But I'd sent him a message, and I admit it, I called him a prick, and I said, why are you ruining it for everybody else, just leave the game. So what he did was, he went as Widowmaker, and we were on, I can't remember what map it was. Eisendrache, I can't, Eisenwalder, that's whatever you want to pronounce it. But he went as Widowmaker. The dude just kept trying to shoot me the entire match, and thought he was really getting on my nerves. But I went on like a 20-odd kill streak with Tavon. And we won the game, even though we were technically a man down. Luckily, he went as a pick that was a bit annoying, but, just one of those things. Anyways, stop doing it, because it's fucking annoying. Have some stones and just enjoy the game. I know competitive can be taken seriously, but you're ruining it for everybody else. I've dropped 300 SR points on the Xbox version of Overwatch in the space of 4 days, and it is infuriating. And it's mainly because of people backing out, or people just picking characters that they really don't know how to play. Anyways, That's going to do it for this one. I've got some decent videos coming this week. I'm going to do another Star Wars Battlefront one. I was really upset that I didn't do the TIE Fighter one, so I've got one of those coming. Probably some Titanfall, because I've not played Titanfall for a bit. And just some other games and bits and pieces to do as well. Anyways, that's going to do it for Random Ramblings on a Monday. That's going to be the new title of this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to my channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you on the next one. Peace!